tonight that your parents aren't going to be able to make it. You gonna have any family or friends here tomorrow, or?
Yeah, my girlfriend's gonna walk out with me. Then I have a friend that I play with in Czech Republic that we're really close. He lives in Pocatello, so he'll also walk out with me. So those two.
Was your girlfriend from San Jose, or was she
Yeah.
from here? Okay.
Well, she's from LA, but we met in San Jose, and she lives in Boise now.
Okay. What are your thoughts just on your road leading you here, and just your 4 years, and just senior night tomorrow?
Yeah, man, it's been such a crazy ride. Like, who would have thought? Time really flew by. It seemed like I was a freshman like yesterday, you know. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better place to end my college career. It's really been an amazing year. For me personally, I've really enjoyed every single moment I've had here. So yeah, it's been great.
As you go through this reflection, do you ever think, what if I had come to Boise State in the beginning? And were you ever recruited in the beginning by them?
No, I mean, I didn't have any scholarships. San Jose was the only school that offered me in late May, so it was like, yeah, I mean, it crosses your mind, but at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, you know, and I think even though I had such a great time, you know, I think my years at San Jose were also good and kind of shaped me to the player that I am today.
What's been your favorite thing or your favorite moment over the last year since you arrived here on campus?
I think overall, I mean, people at Boise are amazing. They're very welcoming. They've always been super nice to me. But in terms of, like, you know, the program, it really just feels like a family. You know, like this family culture that they have built. Everything they told me in the visit ended up being true. You know, a lot of people lie during the recruiting visits and try to sell something that they're really not. But I mean, they're very genuine people. They care about you. When my family came, they really took care of them, and that's really something that really stuck out to me.
In your own words, why do you think this town has not only embraced you, who you are, but certainly the way you play basketball?
I guess they're just, I mean, good people. You know, they really support the program. You know, I think I've left everything I had on the floor every single night. That's what I try to do, not just in the games, but in practice and, you know, every drill. So I think, you know, people at Boise have, you know, enjoyed that toughness and that competitiveness that I bring.
Just in your season here, how would you say your game has improved?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've made major, you know, major growth in my game. Playing for a coach like Coach Rice, that has, you know, allowed me to play my game freely without punishing me very much for my mistakes. Has, you know, just let me play free and you know, I think I've gained some of that creative flair that I had when I was playing back in Spain, which is something that I really enjoy. And then I think probably my biggest growth has been mentally, just being a better leader, having the coaches be on me about that, you know, just being that calming presence when things aren't going great, remaining, you know, calm in adversity. I think I've made pretty big improvements in that sense.
So I'm sure you're obviously thinking about tomorrow and the tournaments and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess just what's next for you after basketball? I guess what you're majoring? Do you want to go play next level? What's next for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely play professional basketball. That's my goal. I don't know where that will be, but right now I'm just, you know, trying to focus on the present, enjoying the moment. I don't want to look back and, you know, and think that I was just too worried about the future and not enjoying every single moment.
The way it's kind of culminated, first of all, what do you remember about Tyson was saying somebody got their signal working on the flight and you guys found out that San Diego State had lost, and so you were playing for the 2 seed. What were you? When did you find out? I guess that the added importance, I guess, on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was going to be an important game regardless. First of all, because we want to get our get back. We lost to them, buzzer beater over there. I think we're a much better team than we were back then. So it was going to be an important game regardless. But I at least was shocked that they lost to UNLV 2 times. They got swept. I didn't expect that, especially with Dylan Thomas being out too. So yeah, somebody got connection. They showed us their result. I'm like, I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, it just adds a little bit more fuel and importance to this game because we really can fight for a second seed now.
Does that, I mean, I know whoever you play, whenever they play, you'll be ready down there in Vegas. But I mean, theoretically, the 2 seed would have a little easier path, I guess, to win it. I mean, do you put stock into that? And obviously, you and Colorado State, whoever wins gets a 2 seed. Whoever loses has to play San Diego State again. I mean, just do you obviously see that there is a big difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we can get the 2 seed, it would definitely be better. You know, you can get maybe in a little bit better rhythm during the tournament, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to play those good teams regardless. So even if it ends up not happening, then we still have confidence that we can beat anybody in the tournament and win the Mountain West.
The way it's kind of culminated with senior night, this game's been sold out for a couple of days already. I mean, it's, you know, people can't find tickets. I mean, it's going to be crazy. I mean, is it the way it's kind of building to a crescendo here for your last home game? I mean, Tyson said, I guess if you're playing for first place, that would be better. But I mean, other than that, could you have really drawn it up any better?
Not really, man. I mean, I think the senior class is special. You know, especially Tyson and Omar. They've meant a lot to the city of Boise the last 2 years. Tyson for the last 4, he's a legend. So, you know, I'm happy for them and for me as well that we get to, you know, play our last game in front of a packed house and, you know, with the students being there. And, you know, I think it's perfect timing.
I've got to see both sides of it. So what's Tyson like as a competitor? What's Tyson like as a teammate?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's an amazing teammate. He's one of the best teammates I've had. I think everybody says the same thing. He's very humble. But at the same time, he's very competitive. He got that killer instinct in him, and you know he's really a role model for all the young players that come to this program and you know look up to him. There couldn't be a better player to learn from.
How tough was it to go up against him the previous 3 years?
Yeah, I hated every second of it. I think I've been adamant about that. I didn't like playing against Tyson. You know, especially when he has those N1s where we're double teaming him, and somehow he gets through that double team and scores, and then starts screaming at the crowd. That's like in here in my head. I'll never forget it. But it's good to be on his side now.
What did you guys do to fall behind by 17 against them the first time, and what did you do to kind of get back in the game there?
Yeah, I think we've been good the whole year at just staying in the moment, even when we get down. We've had a couple games where we were down a lot. I remember Washington State, even though we ended up losing, Colorado State, even San Diego State. We had a solid run there when we were down 20. I think the team is pretty good at when that storm comes and when the other team is putting pressure, remaining confident and continuing to trust the process. But yeah, we didn't play good enough defense there. Not even close. I was rewatching the game this morning, and it was no ball pressure. They were just getting anything that they wanted. So I think since then we've improved so much defensively, and I think it's going to show.
I was going to say, I know they've won 6 in a row too, so they're a different team. But how you guys cut the rotation a little after that, changed the lineup? Like, how different is how you guys are playing now compared to the team they saw, at Moby last month?
Yeah, much different. Like I said, defensively, I think we're a lot better. And it's taken us some time to figure out the rotations and stuff like that. But after that San Diego State game, putting Peanut in the starting lineup, giving us a little bit more firepower on offense, some shooting that we needed, I think really helped us. So yeah, I mean, I think we're a completely different team, and we're still getting better. And not a lot of teams can say that at this time of the year.
Where do you think they're better?
I think I was watching their game against Utah State, and I was really impressed with their defense. They've also gotten a lot better on defense. They were really heating up the ball. And Utah State is a good offensive team, and they had at one point I think it was 37-75 or something like that. And it was, it just shows that they're a really really good team, and it's not going to be easy.
RJ Keene, there was a stat that he was one of the best players in college basketball history for the guy that doesn't score. What's it like, the impact he has? That I know nowadays everyone just wants the guy to score, and he's not scoring. It's like, why is he playing? But when you see what he does, and I assume he may have the task at times of guarding Clifford too, or I don't know who he's going to. But what kind of impact has a guy like Keene made on your team?
He's had a tremendous impact, and he's just accepted his role and embraced it better than anyone I've seen. He truly is unselfish, doesn't care about scoring or anything like that. In fact, I don't know if you heard me, but the other day I had to scream at him in the middle of the possession because he had a wide open shot. He decided to pass it up, And there's a guy who scored a lot of points in high school. So he can shoot it. I mean, if you watch him practice, he can make shots. So for us to be a better team, we need him to, be able to take those shots and make them, and we know he can. So I'm just, trying to encourage him to shoot the ball, even if I have to scream at him with his parents in attendance. But yeah, I mean, RJ, defensively, his efficiency is amazing. He rebounds the ball like no other, so really, really helping us.
I think his dad was yelling too, so.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Who's coming to see you tomorrow night, your inner circle family?
Nobody. Just, like I said, just my girlfriend and one of my best friends, but family back home, they got work. They're not going to be able to make it, but they came in Christmas, so I was able to see them, and yeah, it's okay.
What do your parents do back in Spain?
They're university professors, both of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they got classes right now. They can't just leave, yeah.
Do you think tomorrow might be a little more emotional than maybe you thought going into the season?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying not to overthink it and just treat it like a normal game, But I mean, it is my last home game here at Boise, and it's definitely going to be a special moment. But I think this team is going to be together still for a long time. We think we can go on a run, so it won't be my last game with the team. So our our goodbyes will probably be hopefully a long time ahead of us.
You've taken 23 threes, I think, the last 3 games. I mean, I know some of that's through they're playing zone against you
Mm-hmm.
guys, but I mean, looks like you're hunting that outside shot a little more. Is that just because, is there a reason for that, or?
Yeah, that's funny that you said that, because I was actually talking with my dad about that, and some of the coaches take a lot of pride in getting to the paint, and because you need to do that in order to create for others, and put some pressure on the defense. So maybe I've shot it a little bit more than I would like to, but it is hard when they're playing a zone, and a lot of the time I was getting like wide open shots, so I can't just pass them up. But tomorrow we'll play a man defense, and they'll switch it up in the coverages. They'll go some blitz and some drops, so it'll be probably a little bit easier to get to the paint.
You said about staying in touch with some of the guys. How do you think you, Omar, and Tyson would do in a 3-on-3 tournament?
I think we would do pretty good, man. But no, yeah, those are definitely some guys that I would keep in touch for a long, long time. They're really good friends, and I'm so grateful that I met them.